Hey movers, thank you so much for showing up with me on the mat today. We are moving through a Vinyasa Flow for beginners. So I'm going to be guiding you through the foundational Namaskars, A and B. I'm going to add in a dancing warrior in there, and hopefully this sequence will help you feel more at home in your breath, more at home in your body, and just more familiar with these asanas overall. So let's get started in our seated position. What was that? Sorry. I think her claw got caught on the carpet or something. Okay, so we're starting in this seated position. Take any seat that helps you feel comfortable. We'll just sit nice and tall. Close your eyes. Take a moment to center in. And I always like to remind us to just let go of the day, let go of whatever came before this class, and find your breath. Let's take a moment here to set an intention. Maybe it's to build upon a foundation. Maybe it's to set a foundation. Maybe it's just to be present and leave this class better than when you started. Let's take a deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out. Take another breath in. Sigh it out. All right, we're going to start in seated cat-cow movements, but I want you to kind of over-exaggerate them. So we're going to place the hands on the knees here. Tuck the chin towards the chest and dive the crown of the head forward, kind of like you are diving through water and coming up for air. As you inhale, arch the spine. As you exhale, tuck the chin. We're going to round to the back, really contract the spine, draw the belly button in, and it's almost like you're rocking off of your sits bones. And again, inhale, dive it forward, arch the spine at the top, lift the heart. Exhale, tuck the chin, round to the back, rock back. Inhale, let's go, arch. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the back. Really spread those shoulder blades. 2 more times, inhale, dive. Exhale, create space between those shoulders. 1 more inhale. Open that front body. Exhale, open that back body. And inhale, come back to center. We're going to start to circle the torso to the right. So make these circles as big, as small, as fast, as slow as it feels good. And I invite you to move with your intuition here. So if you want to add in your neck, I like to add in shoulders to these. Feel into the hips, feel into the back body. Let's change up that direction. All right, slowly come back to center. Let's meet in our tabletop position. So come with me onto the hands and onto the knees, and we're just going to circle the shoulders over the wrists. Just give our hands a few breaths here to acclimate. Get the wrists warmed up, circle the other way. All right, we're going to take this right into our downward facing dog. So just double check that your hands are about your shoulders distance apart, your knees and your feet are about your hips distance, and just send the hips up and away from the top of the mat. We will bend one knee at a time, just pedal everything out here. Take those little twists and turns, any movements that feel good for you. Maybe nod the neck a little bit. Let's take a quick scan through the body together. Bring awareness into your fingertips, into those base knuckles, so make sure you're really pressing down. From the inner wrist all the way through the upper arms, firm in like you've got an imaginary block between those upper arms. Draw the belly, the ribs in. Lift those hips high. Feel length down the backs of the legs. If you need to bend those knees, go ahead and take a little bend. Just keep reaching the hips up and try to root the heels down. As always, they don't have to touch. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. One more, inhale. Breathe out. On your next exhale, let's walk the feet forward, up to the hands. We're going to keep our feet about hips distance, and let's just take a gentle sway. You can grab your elbows. And release the arms down. We'll take a deep bend in the knees. Slowly roll the spine all the way into our standing position. We'll sweep the arms up. And exhale, hands to your heart center. All right, give everything just a little wiggle, a little shake out. And step forward with me towards the top of the mat. Bring your feet together with a little sliver of space between your heels, as you can always practice about hips distance with your feet if you feel a little more stable that way. So you choose. And let's start to flow through Surya Namaskar A. We'll take a deep breath in, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, bow forward. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, plant the palms. We're stepping back to our plank pose. Wrist underneath the shoulders, heels right over the balls of the feet. Keep firming the inner thighs, keep firming the glutes, keep firming the belly, firm the arms in. Try to spread across the shoulder blades. Hold for 3, for 2, and for 1. We're going to shift forward so the shoulders past our wrists. We're going to take our first chaturanga. So let's modify, set the knees down for this first one. Squeeze the elbows in, draw the shoulder blades down the back and keep the shoulder tips lifted. Draw those elbows in all the way down to the belly. Untuck the toes. Let's press down through the tops of the feet and just take 3 baby cobras, okay? Inhale, lift the chest, float the hands. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, float the upper body. Exhale. One more. Inhale, float. And exhale. Let's take this back through a child's pose if you want to counter those back bends, and then take it right back to our downward facing dog. Stretch it out here. Let's exhale, bend the knees, step or jump it forward. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise up. And exhale, hands to your heart. All right, one more round of Surya A. Sweep it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms. Once again, step back to that plank pose. Stay super, super engaged here. Let's go ahead and shift forward. And you choose. You can set the knees down here just like we did before, or you can take a full chaturanga. Squeeze the elbows in, lower all the way down to that 90-degree angle, lower down to the belly. Untuck the toes. Take those baby cobras if you're still warming up the spine. Otherwise, hands underneath the shoulders. Straighten those arms. Come up into your upward facing dog. And for this first one, I always like to hang out here for a little while, so I will maybe look left and right, find a little wiggle. making sure that the shoulder blades are descending down the back slightly together so you lift the heart. If you want to take a full upward facing dog, feel free to float those legs. Exhale, take it back to your downward facing dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's exhale, bend the knees, step or jump it forward, top of the mat. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise up. And exhale, hands to your heart. All right, let's go into Sun B. So we're gonna take the fingertips, tap the mat, find your Utkatasana. So when you look down, make sure you can wiggle those toes, make sure you can see your toes. If you find that your knees are pushing really far forward, I'm just gonna have you draw the shins back, keep your weight in the heels, firm everything in towards one another. Let's extend, forward fold, bow the head. Remember, you can always take a little bend in your knees here. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, you choose, all right? So you can choose to take your movement in child's pose, or your stillness, I should say, in child's pose. You can go right back to your downward facing dog, or you can continue to practice that vinyasa sequence through your variation of chaturanga, through your variation of your up dog, and then, or a back bend, and take it right back to your down dog. All right, first side here, take that right leg up towards the sky, point the toes, firm the inner thighs. As you exhale, step it forward into our warrior one. So take your feet about hips distance. Make sure that back foot is at about a 45-degree angle before you rise. And then inhale, lift up. Neutralize through the trunks. You want to draw the belly, the ribs in. Maybe bend a little deeper into that front knee. Circle the arms all the way around. Step it back through your movement choice. Child's pose, chaturanga, or downward facing dog. Deep breath in here. Deep breath out. Let's exhale, bend the knees, step or jump forward. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise up, and exhale, hands to your heart. Let's come back into that chair pose. We take our second side, inhale, sweep up. Check that your weight is in your heels. You can do that little test by just lifting the toes. Sink a little bit deeper, keep lengthening through both sides of the waist. Extend, forward fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, your movement choice. Keep that breath nice and steady. All right, left leg, inhale, send it up. Point those toes, firm the inner thighs. Exhale, let's step it forward. Find your warrior one on your left side. So double check here. Feet are about hips distance. Back foot's at that 45. Sweep up. Circle the arms all the way around. Plant the palms. Step it through. Your choice, your vinyasa. Meet me in downward facing dog. Recommit to that breath. Let's exhale, bend the knees, step or jump forward. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise up. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Let's do that again. Find your chair pose. I'm just going to add in a little fun hop in between there. Sink a little bit deeper. This time, let's shift the weight into the toes. Go ahead and lift your heels. Let's find a little balance here. Firm even the ankles towards one another, the inner thighs, the low belly, the glutes. Extend, forward fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, you choose. Take your movement. Really starting to build that heat now. Let's inhale, take the right leg up. Exhale, step forward. Once again, into that warrior one. So feel into the foundations of the feet here. Sweep the arms up. We're going to circle the arms all the way around. Hop and switch the feet. So I like to just tent up onto my fingertips here. Hop and switch so that your left leg comes forward. Align the feet. As it feels good for your body, reach the arms up. Circle the arms all the way around. You choose your vinyasa. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's exhale, bend the knees, step or jump forward. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. And exhale, hands to your heart, right back into that chair. Keep it flowing here, sweep the arms up, I'm with you. Shift into the toes, let's lift those heels. Breathe, try to stay nice and low. Extend, forward fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, vinyasa. That's what I love about this time is that you can make your Vinyasa Flow practice as dynamic or as rest-filled as you choose. So feel free to skip the chaturangas, take child's pose as many times as you need as we flow through here. All right, inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, step forward, find that warrior one. Rise up. Hopefully this is starting to feel a little more familiar. Sweep the arms all the way around, hop and switch so the right leg will come forward. Spin that back heel down flat, Virabhadrasana 1. Circle all the way around, step it back, your vinyasa. Deep breath in through the nose, exhale it out. We're just going to be here 2 more breaths, 2 more cycles. Let's exhale, bend the knees, step or jump forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, folds. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Take a moment, just bring the palms towards one another and connect your thumbs to your sternum bone here. I just want you to feel your heartbeat. Stay present. One more breath here. Let's come back into Utkatasana, chair pose. Tap the mat. Sweep the arms up. Shift into the toes. Find that balance. Release it, forward fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale your movement. Let's inhale, take the right leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, step forward. We're coming into Warrior 2. So spin the back heel down flat. And for Virabhadrasana 2, just check that you align your front heel to the back arch of your foot. As you bend into the front knee, you want to just keep the front knee tracking in line with about your second toe. And then reach the arms out nice and strong. Breathe here. You can bring your gaze over those front fingertips. We're going to go into a dancing warrior now. So flip the front palm open, big inhale, reach the right arm up towards the sky. Feel that nice long side body stretch through the right side and bend deeper into that front knee. As you exhale, Parsvakonasana, side angle. There's a couple options here. You can rest the elbow on that front knee. You can float the hands so it engages your obliques, your core a little bit more. So you choose there. Inhale, let's reverse that warrior again. And exhale, side angle. We'll take one more. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, we're gonna cartwheel the arms all the way down. Step it through your vinyasa. So it's really important as you build your own yoga practice that you just find your own formula. So sometimes as we take those vinyasas, I will sometimes take 2 chaturangas, I'll skip upward facing dog, much of the time actually, because sometimes it just doesn't feel great for my lower back. So just remember that you don't have to be rigid. Nothing is set in stone. Stay malleable, stay teachable, stay accountable to yourself. Honor your body. All right, second side here. I'm just gonna flip angles here. Take that left leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, let's step forward. Find warrior 2. Spin the back heel down flat. Once again, front heel to back arch of the foot. Watch that front knee. The tendency is it really wants to fall in, so keep it tracking in line with the second toe. Strength through those arms. Try to stay nice and light, maybe a light smile across the face. All right, flip that front palm open, reverse that warrior, left arm up. Stretch that left side body this time. As you exhale, side angle. And the key here is to try to keep the shape of the legs this whole time. Keep the engagement of the legs, keep the bend in that front knee. Remember your options here for this side angle pose. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Move with your breath. One more time. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, cartwheel all the way down. You choose your movement. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths wherever you are. Breathe in more length. Breathe out more depth. Let's exhale, bend the knees, soften the knees down to the mat, and just rest in child's pose. Feel free to face the palms open towards the sky. Maybe give the hands a little wiggle, the wrists a little roll. You can also rest your arms down at your sides. And just breathe here. Really well done with our standing sequence. Let's make our way up into this little kneeling position. I'm going to have you separate your knees about your hips distance apart. You can tuck the toes or untuck. That's totally up to you. I prefer to tuck the toes just so that I have a little more elevation from the ground for my feet. So you're going to take the right hand and place it to either your low back, you can place it to your thigh, you can place it to your heel, whatever you can reach really, and place that left arm up towards the sky, or reach that left arm up. Really think about lifting up through the heart. As you exhale, we're going to sweep the arms across the body and take it over to the other side. So connect the hand to wherever it feels comfortable for you, lift the heart. So this is called a dancing camel. Let's exhale, let's dance it out. Sweep it over to the right side, inhale. Exhale, sweep it to the left. And find a beautiful moment of suspension where you're just opening across the heart space. Just keep going for a few more. Last one. Exhale, we're just going to neutralize. Just take one more breath here. We're going to take this into a forward fold, seated. So take the legs directly out in front of you, sit up nice and tall, and take your feet about hips distance. Keep those feet flexed. Take a deep breath in, reach up. Exhale, lengthen forward any amount. Find your stretch. Keep the spine nice and long, keep the belly engaged, keep the heart reaching forward. With each inhale, see if we can lengthen the spine. Each exhale, try to soften your shoulders, find a little more depth. Maybe that's just within your breath. And inhale, let's ease our way up. We are going down onto our back body. So hug the knees in towards your chest and take a gentle circle both ways. Let's come into a bridge pose to really lengthen everything out. So you're going to take the feet about hips distance. Try to stack your heels underneath the knees to the best of your ability here. Arms are down at your sides. Make sure your feet stay nice and parallel. As you lift up, breathe in. Ground down through your heels. Try to firm those inner thighs like you've got that imaginary block between them. Firm your glutes. Keep the back of the neck nice and long here. Exhale, gently lower down. And we're going to take one more. Inhale, lift the spine. I'll invite you to interlace the fingertips underneath your bridge. Try to draw those elbows and shoulders as close to the midline as you can. Keep the engagement in the legs. Notice if you have that habit of splaying the knees out to the sides. And release the arms, release the spine, nice and slow, all the way down to the mat. Take the feet nice and wide, the arms out wide as well. Let the knees rock side to side. Feel free to add in your neck as well, so you can look over the opposite shoulder as you rock. I feel a sneeze coming on. Excuse me. That always happens to me. I always happen to have sneezes when we come into like the relaxation portion. I'm sorry. Okay, hug the right knee in towards your chest. Stretch that left leg all the way down and let's just circle out that right ankle. We will shift our hips over to the right side. Take the knee across the body into our twist. And I'll invite you to take that right arm out either straight or you can bring it into a cactus arm. So bend at that elbow. You get a little shoulder stretch. Stretch across the pec, the chest at the same time. Inhale, let's bring it back to center. Hug that right knee in one more time, one more squeeze. And let's switch. Hug the left knee in. Circle that left ankle. And as you're ready, move those hips over to the left side. You want to be on the outer line of that straight leg. Take the knee across you. Remember those options that you have with your arm. Draw that low belly in. Bring it all back to center. Hug that left knee in towards your chest. Hug the other knee in. Let's finish here with happy baby. So you're gonna take the knees out wide, grab the outer edges of your feet or your ankles, your shins, whatever you can grip onto here. Take the knees even wider, draw the belly in, tailbone down, and just rock a little bit side to side. All right, if there are any other movements that your body needs to close this practice, I'll invite you to take those now. Otherwise, let's release everything down to the mat. Let the ankles, the hands relax here. Finding a sense of grounding, a sense of rooting, a sense of support beneath you. Come back into that easy breath. And just allow yourself to be here for as long as you need to. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.